of course, the way LSU runs an offense, and even with Ed Orgeron taking the duties from Les Miles, it appears to be a similar attack, maybe a few more wrinkles. Some people would like more of a creative mindset leading into with Matt Canada leading the charge there at offensive coordinator. But in regards to wide receivers, still looking for guys not to make 100 catches, but to make big plays down the field. Trayvon Durrell obviously moving on, along with Malachi Dupree, who caught 41 passes last year. So some unknowns there, but a wealth of talent, obviously, due to the recruiting status of this group as well.
Yeah, DJ Chark comes back, and he looks poised to really break out. He had a really nice year. He didn't lead the team in catches or yards, but he'd catch a couple touchdowns. He was a consistent big play threat, showed he could move the chains a little bit. One thing we know with Matt Canada, he likes to get receivers involved in the running game with jet sweeps and things like that. Chark has some experience doing that, and he certainly has speed. So I think there's a chance for him to maybe break out and put up some rushing yards in addition to catching some passes. After that, it's pretty wide open. You've got a lot of talent, not a lot of experience. You have Russell Gage, who is an upperclassman who wasn't really that highly sought after as a recruit and kind of bounced around between receiver and defensive back for a couple of years. And last year, after Coach O took over, he really saw a lot of playing time. I guess they were impressed with how he was competing and working with practice, and showed some skills as a blocking receiver. Even caught a couple passes, caught a really athletic touchdown against Texas A&M. So we'll see that gives them a little bit more of a veteran presence. And after that, you've got Derek Dillon, who was a four-star recruit, big speed guy, a little shorter, maybe could play in the slot, similar to Chark in that maybe could get involved in the running game a little bit. You have Stephen Sullivan, big, tall, physical guy, 6'5", 230 type of guy who could get on the field. You have Drake Davis, who has as much talent as any LSU wide receiver probably since Odell Beckham in terms of he just does everything really, really well. He just has to put it together. And you have D. Anderson, who saw a lot of time last year as a blocking receiver in a lot of sets. And, same thing, another 6'5" guy, big jump ball guy. He's going to have a chance to push for some playing time because he's got a lot of snaps under his belt in game situations.
Billy, do we know anything about the current class that just came in a couple of weeks ago? Manny Netherly, Racey McMath, which is a good name for a wide receiver. Racey, the top 100 at his position, so not necessarily that highly regarded. Stephen Guidry, any of those guys that we know anything about could find themselves in the mix?
Well, Manny Netherly comes in the spring. He's going to be an early enrollee. He's gonna certainly have a shot. To me, he looks like somebody who could probably need Sam to put on a little bit of weight and maybe develop for a year or two. So I don't know that he's necessarily going to walk in with this group and compete for playing time right away. Stephen Guidry ended up actually not signing with LSU. Couldn't quite get the grades at junior college. I think that played a role in Damian Craig's departure a little bit. I think there was some anger about how that played out. And Racey McMath, big, tall target, but not going to be here until the summer. So I think until he's here, I'm not really sure. But definitely fits the profile of what LSU's had at wide receiver the last couple of years. And I wouldn't put it past him to come in and compete for playing time. He's got speed. He's 6'3", 200-some pounds. So he's got the tools. Just have to wait and see when he gets here how that applies.
All right, it's Matt Canada's offense, and it's a wealth of wide receiver talent for LSU as usual, but maybe not as many known factors as we've seen in recent years there in Baton Rouge. Billy Gomilla from And the Valley Shook, the SB Nation platform for LSU athletics, joining us to break it down for us as we lead you into spring practice, and hopefully we'll have Billy on to break down some more positional units for the Tigers. Billy, we appreciate it.
Anytime.